Here we go. This is where it's going to get interesting now, folks. Just pull up your overview so you can see exactly what Dignitas are going to be doing here. Does look like we've got one going side. We've got a split on side here with the bomb down, so obviously looking for that first pick on side to try and create some space and a chance to actually push into the bomb site. We've got Rattlesnake waiting T-side of mid here, so it's a 3-2 split. Dignitas are going to be rushing out onto the outside side by the looks of it. So you've got Pez waiting there. Henry G on side, opens up the USP, manages to get one headshot to critical, now falling back to reload. Odds G coming through Z connector, obviously on the rotation from inside. Good grenade off towards the back of the Heaven train. Henry G with another headshot. It's going to be Wes takedown. Wilzu with the reply though. He's going to open up onto side. Jack though, Callisto coming from bomb train, picks up that USP kill onto Wilzu. Rattlesnake with just 38 HP, making his way over towards Pop. Opens up the Deagle, release with the headshot to Callisto. This is where it's going to get interesting now. Pez at the back of that bomb train. He's really the last man here for TCM, who's in any position to stop the bomb plant here on A. Release moving forward. Can Dan get this headshot? No, he can't. That's allowed Kevin to actually get the rotation in on time. Opts not to throw that grenade. Here it comes though. Still quite a bit of damage to release, down to 43 HP now. 2-on-2 here. Kevin and Huds taking on Rattlesnake and of course Release. Let's take a look at where Huds is. Huds is going up White Halls, so he's probably going to go Pop here as Dan picks up the headshot to Kevin, and Pez is dropped as well. That's the outside train completely open now. Just Huds G here to defend it. I imagine they're going to plant at the back of the train, to be quite honest. Here we go. Dan getting on the bomb plant. George seemed to think it was inside then for some reason. Not quite sure why. Let's see if Huds can actually get the kills here. 2-on-1 situation, as you can see from your overview. Both pretty close here, so he could find them relatively quickly. Does he have a kit? He does have a kit, so he could get the defuse, but it's not going to matter. Release though with the headshot. It's going to be the first round on the ball for Dignitas. Very important that they did pick up the pistols on that T side, because the map is, of course, so CT-sided. So getting those 3 rounds on the board is going to be a big bonus here, because, I mean, they need at least 5 rounds coming out of the first half on this T side. More important than pretty much anything is the knife round on this map, because that does determine side choice. And if TCM can put in anything like a sort of 11-4 victory, 12-3 like we saw Reason do on Nuke, doesn't leave any margin for error for Dignitas, of course. It means they have to win the pistols at the start of the second half to even stand a chance. Kevin and company, full eco here by the looks of it. Just USPs to play with. Galil's MP5s, and I imagine an AK or 2 here from Dignitas. Let me just check. MP5. It's going to be Rattlesnake saving for the AWP, so maybe not any AKs actually. Oh, no, Release does have one, so they do have the 7.62 rounds. Energy on side now, he's waiting for the push. A little bit aggressive though. If he does manage to get off a 1D though, that could change the course of this round. Kevin from inside opening up, doesn't manage to really connect. Release with the headshot onto George. That's going to be a 5-4 now. 5-on-3 as he gets the second kill. So we've got Henry G starting to rotate here as Crystal takes down Pez with the Galil. Not looking good here. Wilsey with the headshot from the MP5. That's Henry G drop. It's going to leave Callisto coming Pop Dog. And as you can see, quite the task. He's got 4 members to deal with. He's not going to find any of them. Critical low with the Galil kill. That's now a 2-0 scoreline. Mere formality, of course. These next 2 rounds should be just straight eco bash for Dignitas. Just check if we got any kind of semblance of an early bite. Nope, no MP5, so seems like TCM playing it smart here. Didn't expect anything less, to be quite honest. We're going to see an aggressive side push here. It does look like that. Oh, Pez, nice headshot. Beautifully done. At least going to bring it back to a 4-on-4 though as he shoots Henry G in the face. George has got something to say about it. It's back to a 3-on-3 as Release picks up the HE kill into Pez. Side is now open. Kevin's still not rotated yet. And as you can see, George is playing very passive. I don't even think he'd be able to call if it's a side rush here. Saying that, we've got Callisto above, so Callisto probably would see that coming through side. Now he's going to be rushing around the back of them by the looks of it, trying to pull a reach around. But as you can see, Dignitas have actually switched towards the White Hall, so it's probably going to be up to Kevin here. He's just grabbed 1 kill with that USP, but don't particularly fancy his chances. Now George in the rotation as well. He's come all the way from Pop Dog. I think that was a bit of friendly fire there from Kevin. Let's capture that MP5, so chance here that there could be an eco. It's 2-on-2, of course, and well, TCM do have 1 weapon. That would be disastrous here for Dignitas. Not as disastrous as losing the first eco bash, but still, they're going to be struggling to buy a full kit and accoutrement. Bomb has been planted, at least with the headshot into George, so it's looking like Dignitas are going to take this round here. And Kevin might just be thinking about trying to grab an AK and actually just save out here. Jack saying pause at the end of the round. Who's timed? I guess one of them has timed. Well, there's a headshot from Kevin. go and grab Dan's AK here, but he's not going to. He's going to actually go for the defuse. Critical low, he's going to drop him. And there's the kill, and that's 3-0. So Dignitas, it'll be interesting to see if Rattlesnake can get the first pick here onto Z Connector. In fact, he's not. They're just going to HE it and then fall back. Much like I was saying before in yesterday's game, TCM do have 2 AWPers. I mean, George is a fairly prolific AWPer, even though he does play with the assault rifles. So him and Kevin here, they should be the 2 that do the damage with the AWPs. We want to Rattlesnake to actually neutralize them though and create the chance to push it onto the site. Now where is Rattlesnake? Here we go. Fence boost on side. Let's see if we can catch Henry G by surprise, because this is usually Henry's spot. I don't know what's going on the main stage, but there is something going on down there, I guess. Let me just check on the website. It sounds like, I don't know what it sounds like actually. There's nothing actually shown on the website, so I'm not entirely certain what is going on the main stage, but you might want to check that out if this game has a pause or whatever. You could always open both streams, I suppose, because we do have the new VOD player, I say new VOD player, new live player, with a rewind function, so if you've not been watching but you do want to watch, you can always just rewind it back an hour and continue viewing. Now, Henry G opening up with the M4, Rattlesnake with that first pick onto Pez. Jack's going to level it back up to 4-on-4 here as he takes down release. Henry G with the headshot to Rattlesnake. That's going to be a key kill. Callisto again picking up the kill into Wes. Wes did manage to drop G though, so it's not all one-way traffic, but Dignitas have been on the receiving end here. 2-on-2, in fact, sorry, 3-on-2 I should say. Bomb in the hands of Wilzu. He's going to go for the cheeky plant here. Flash down into CT steps. So see Kevin on the inside site. He's now going to start to make that rotation. Hud's moving forward. Wouldn't really face on your own if I was you, mate. And there's Callisto with the frag onto critical. Just Wilzu to find here. Good flashbang, and there's Kevin with the USP kill. Diffuser is going to come in now. That's going to be Kevin's defuse. No, in fact, it's not. He's going to go pick up an AWP, I guess. Saying that, he should already have his AWP, yeah. I guess he just left that for Hud's G, but it's war mod, so it's not like you're going to get bomb frags for the defusal. Anyway, 3-1 the scoreline. First gun round on the board here for TCM. That's going to set Dignitas back. And you would imagine that TCM now, with that CT side, they would start to put the boot in and actually pull away here. Dignitas have actually managed to buy up, so with a gun versus gun round, let's try and get you on Rattlesnake, because, like I said, Rattlesnake is the key player in my estimation for Dignitas. At least on train, anyway, because, I mean, it's such an AWP-heavy map. Now, narrowly misses the shot, though. I'm guessing that was going to be Pez making his way into Z Connector. 2 on white halls. Let's pull up your overview so you can see what's going on. We've got 2 side, 2 white halls, and 1 just waiting T-side of mid here. So it seems like TCM, well, they're doing the right thing here. They haven't started to rotate anywhere. They're just waiting for the first push here from Dignitas before they call it, because Dignitas are fairly proficient on train at selling the fake. Anyway, big flash coming through towards Huds. He manages to get away from that. In fact, it was a smoke, sorry. Probably going to be more effective than a flash, considering that he is an AWPer now. Jack, Pez, and Jack again picking up kills. Pez with another one. It's been an M4 frag from underneath those mid-trains. He's just managed to drop Wilzu. Let's find out where Rattlesnake is. Rattlesnake coming in the white halls. The last man standing here from Dignitas. This should go 3-2 here, unless Rattlesnake can pull off some heroics. Wouldn't put it past him, though. He is one of the better players in the EU scene. In fact, I say one of the better players. Many people would argue he is the best player in the EU scene, but I think Shocks and Smiths would have something to say about that, to be quite honest. TCM seem fairly content here to just sit back and lie in wait, waiting for Rattlesnake to come for him. I think Rattlesnake's probably just going to try and save his AWP here, because you're only talking 19 seconds left. He could theoretically get the plant on the outside, but he's still got, well, 4 members to find here. I don't particularly see that happening. He's going to be rushed and dropped. Jack coming up with the M4 frag. That's now a 3-2 scoreline. And TCM here looking pretty good on the CT side. Now they've got some cash to work with. Let's see exactly what we're running from Dignitas. It should be a full eco here. Yeah, not seen any deagles being bought, so, oh, no, just the one, actually. That's going to be Dan who's bought a deagle, I think. We're going to see a good old-fashioned Swedish eco here. It does look that way. 5 rushing through the white halls. No push coming in from TCM here. I'm kind of surprised by that. Would have expected a grenade up the ramp by this point, but seems like Kevin is going to pick up the AWP kill regardless. There's critical being dropped, 5-on-4. Now he misses the second, 2 at once. The last man was tagged there, and it looks like he's going to get the 3rd kill and the 4th one. Nice George Foreman there from Kevin. That's going to make it now a tied game at 3 apiece here, and TCM looking pretty damn good for the the victory here on half. I have to say, I don't think Dignitas are going to take an 8-7 victory by any stretch of the imagination. I think this is going to be sort of standard fur of a 10-5 scoreline. So, game on. This is going to be an interesting game, hopefully. Is George rocking the AWP still? Yep, so we'll stick with him from Z Connector here because he's probably going to be trying to find wherever Dignitas are going now. Dignitas doing the same strat again. Does seem that way. This time it's a gun round though, so they could shut Kevin down. Let's find out where Kevin is. Kevin making his way into the catwalk. A lot of flashbangs coming off though. Just managed to get that grenade onto train. Completely blind, about as blind as Stevie Wonder right now. Kevin's not going to be much use for the next 10 seconds. Bomb has been planted. Dignitas, this is what we've not seen from them so far. The coordination on the flashbangs has been miraculously missing because, I mean, Dignitas are fairly renowned for that sort of thing. Anyway, Critical with the headshot. Pez going to return onto Wilzu though. So Critical from above and Rattlesnake again. Kevin coming through spawn though, picks up that AWP headshot. 458 damage to the face of Critical. Rattlesnake on the ramp. It's a 3-on-1 here. Really, Kevin with 22 HP isn't going to get it done. He's going to be dropped, and as the, second gun round in a row for, sorry, I should say first gun round actually for Dignitas because they did pick up the pistols. So it's now 4-3 in favour of Dig. It's just a case of Dig trying to get, I suppose, 6 or 7 rounds on the board. If they do that, then there's no reason that they won't hold out on the CT side because the CT side of Train is something to behold. I mean, when you watch somebody like Rattlesnake AWPing from the back of Train or Z Connector, it makes all the difference in the world. Saying that, he tends to play inside actually, so it'll be interesting to see if he does switch up with, because when Mangia Capra used to play for Dignitas, in CSS that is, he used to play the back of the bomb train with the AWP, so it'll be interesting to see where Rattlesnake does play. Maybe Z Connector, and that way he can rotate between the two. Anyway, Critical and Wills are going to grab headshots. Kevin and Pez both spending the rest of the round in spec mode, wondering just exactly what went wrong. Release has pushed onto the bomb train here. It was a full buy for TCM here, but you wouldn't know that from what we've seen so far. 4-on-1 here for, 4-on-2 I should say, for TCM. Bomb has gone down. I think TCM probably going to call a save here. Yep, Callisto seems to be waiting White Halls, and it looks like Huds G is going to wait in CT spawning, which is obviously a smart thing to do. They've got $4,750 in the AWP, and then $3,100 on the M4, plus body armor, and any flashbangs that they have. Now, George doesn't, but I imagine that Callisto does. Yeah, Callisto's got flashbangs to play with. Now, George just dropped Wilzu, so it's a 3-on-2 now, but not enough time to actually get that defused, so. Pez complimenting Wilzu on the shot that he just pulled off. Bomb explodes, and that's now a 5-3 scoreline, so Dignitas back on track here. We've got the sort of a standard fur of 5 rounds here on Train. You'd expect a 10-5 scoreline in favour of TCM in the first half, but Dignitas already getting the sort of standard set, so any extra rounds from this point really for Dignitas are pretty much gravy, and it's going to set them up going quite well into the second half, as long as they win pistols, that is. Bomb being passed off to Rattlesnake. It seems like the bomb is going to move through White Halls, probably going lower here. Or is it going to go pop? It might be going pop actually, because they're going to double nade pop, so. Well, this is going to be interesting. I think I've just remembered what it is actually. I just heard A-Spec. It will be TF2 if it's A-Spec commentating. So main stage stream. I think it's TV5, but I think it shows a stream 1 on the website. That is going to be TF2, of course, but this game is way more entertaining than any TF2 game. Dignitas versus TCM. Second seed plays third seed, so very good consolation final. Now Kevin with the AWP shot onto Wes. That's going to be a 5-on-4 now in favour of TCM here. TCM really do need to stem the bleed. They cannot afford to drop any more rounds. Bomb is ticking, so good flashbangs coming in from Digger's release. Picks up the kill into Henry G. And Wilzu with the headshot onto Huds. Huds would have dropped down then if it wasn't for Wilzu. Oh, Pez, Jack and Pez again picking up kills in quick succession. Wilzu with 2 though. Dropping Pez and Kevin on that bomb train. And there goes the bomb, and that's going to be a 6-3 scoreline in favour of Dig here. So Dignitas looking pretty good to take a quite handsome score coming into the second half, to be quite honest. I mean, you can see from the kill to death ratios. Let's check out CT spawn, see if we've got any weapons being bought. Nope, looks like an eco, but you can see from the KDRs, it looks like Dignitas getting, it seems like a team effort from Dignitas. It seems like really Release is the only player who's putting in a notable performance. He's on 11-5 in first place. You got Kevin on 10-6, largely in part because of that George Foreman that he picked up before. Now Pez and Hud's going to pick up kills. Make it a 5-on-3, and there's Henry G with the Deagle kill, and another one to follow it up. He's eventually, in fact, that was Dan though with the kill into Huds G, but that's going to leave Release here as your last man standing. So find himself in a 4-on-1 situation in an eco. This shouldn't happen to a team like Dignitas, to be quite honest, but TCM aren't bad with the Deagles, it has to be said. Henry G looks like he's captured himself an AK. Callisto's bought an M4, that's kind of interesting, unless he took that back from, probably took it back from Dignitas actually. We got Pez up in heaven with an AK here, so seems like Release is quite content to sit back and let TCM push against him. I don't think that's going to happen though. TCM, fairly smart team when it comes to playing the CT side of train. They're not going to go looking for trouble. They're going to make Dan actually come and find them. Good flashbang down to Pop. Smoke cover going out. He's obviously anticipating Henry G to be around there, but playing with the AK, so I don't think smoke's going to be that much of an issue here. Flashbang going over the top. Just take a quick peek at the actual site itself. As you can see, the site is open if you can get past Henry G. See from your overview. So I've got a 2-2-1. I'd say 2-1-1 split there from the CTs of TCM. Henry G still watching outside. It seems like Dan's just going to save that AK. Yeah, doesn't have the bomb. 15 seconds remaining. He's going to fall back to T-spawn here and make sure that he. Does he have any flashbangs left? In fact, no. He threw 2 flashbangs and a smoke, so he doesn't have anything left apart from the AK and body armor here. Still, though, you are talking about $3,500, so could come in useful in the next round. Anyway, target's been saved. That's now a 6-4 scoreline. TCM clawing the way back into it. If they can put together any sort of momentum here and manage to win, say, 5 or 6 rounds, they could make it a respectable scoreline, but Dignitas have already gone past that magic number, which is 5, so wouldn't necessarily bet your shirt on it. Seems like a 3-2 split here going into White Halls. Possible pop dog dive. Yep, here we go. Imagine Releases. No, in fact, the rest of. Have they actually bought? No, it seems like Release is going to be the only one with actual weaponry here as Henry G and Callisto massacre that inside push. Was G for the 2 final kills into Willzu and Release, and that's going to be a 6-5 scoreline now. So TCM pulling it back to 1-round difference here. Let's see if Dig are actually eco here or if they decide that they're going to buy. Let me just check. I see 1 AK in the back of Wes, but it seems like, is that going to be Rattlesnake who's ARPing? Yep. Let's see if he can get this first pick. Now he knows Henry G's playing around towards the bomb train, so he knows that the pick is going to be on, but he's not actually going to stay there because he knows probably somebody's going to be Z-Connector as well looking for him. Critical having a spam on side. Let's find out who he's going to be facing on side. It's going to be Henry G. It's going to be Pez, so Pez probably going to be the first member of TCM here to see any kind of action. He's called in the rotation over towards side. And it seems like Release and who's that going to be? It's going to be Wes. It seems like their job's going to be clearing out the side from Pop Dog here, which really, if you're going to do that, you should do it from T side of mid, to be quite honest. But then again, they haven't cleared Z Connector, so they don't know whether that's safe or not. Critical pushing all the way forward on side. Huds G with the AK-47 frag onto Release, though. It's not looking good for Dignitas. Back to a 4-on-4 now. Sorry, 5-on-4, I should say. TCM yet to take a casualty, as you can see. Rattlesnake looking for this pick on side. He's going to be trying to find Pez here, who was under those mid-trains the last time I checked. In fact, he's just underneath heaven now, so... Oh, Henry G peeking onto side, drops Rattlesnake and picks up the kill into Willzu. Absolute massacre. You can see that it's just been completely locked down has side. Jack starting the rotation as well. Wes dropping out of pot. Let's see if Kevin can pick him off here, because this should be an easy shot for Kevin from the back of bomb train. He thinks that he's gone past electric box, and he has. He's made it all the way to heaven here. He's just grabbed the headshot to Henry G. 2-on-1 with the bomb down. Don't particularly fancy Wes's chances here as he managed to just narrowly avoid that grenade. Here comes the spam from Pop Dog, and there's the headshot from Callisto. That's tied game now, 6 apiece. TCM seemingly found a little bit of momentum here. I mean, that's I think that's 3 rounds in a row that they've had now, so the bank balance should be quite handsome. As you can see, Dignitas fairly skint. Not looking good. Then again, like I said, they've already got more than the 5 rounds that you'd expect, so I think regardless, it's a good first half performance for Dignitas, even considering they could have had possibly even 9 rounds from this T side. Well, we're still going to pick up the M4 frag to start the round off. That's going to be critical dropped. And there's the headshot to follow it up from Release. That's going to be Jack taken down as well. So well, Kevin from the back of sight here is going to pick up the Deagle kill. Now he's just seen one jump onto bomb train. He got a bit freaked out by his own teammate. Didn't manage to pick there, but doesn't matter because Pez and Huds G come up with the heroics and stop that push towards the inside sight. 7-6 now the scoreline. TCM back in the lead. I say TCM back in the lead, thinking about it, I don't think they've had the lead throughout the game actually, because they lost the first gun round, so yeah. First time they've actually had a lead on the CT side, which is kind of unusual on train, but then again they're playing against Dignitas, so what do you expect? Big flashbang going over mid from Huds G. Let's see if he can manage to get an on pop here, because that seems to be his plan. Perhaps anticipating Wes to come down pop again, because that seems to be where Wes has been playing on the T side. Wes is actually Whitehalls with the bomb, so seems like we are going to see an inside side push. That means Kevin's probably going to be the go-to guy here. At least going T-side of mid, so it seems like Dignitas waited that first pick, and then they're going to rotate to wherever that pick happens, but doesn't seem like they're capable of that. Saying that, Wes shuts down Callisto as they go in. Callisto on the weird boost above the ramp. Rattlesnake there with the AWP kill onto Huds G, so Dignitas have got into the lower site. The bomb is now down. Pez moving through CT spawn. He's going to be dropped by Wes. That's going to leave Henry G as your last man standing here from TCM. I think this could be one of the occasions where discretion could be the better part of valor, and saving that M forward would probably be the smart thing, to be quite honest. Saying that, does manage to pick up one. Is he going to get the second one? No, he's not. Critical does get the better of him though, the AK-47. And that's going back to a tight game. 7 apiece here. And I have to say, it only benefits one team, and that's Dignitas. Now, let's see if we see these CTs on the bite. Yep, weapons being dropped at spawn, so another gun versus gun round here. Of course, last round of the half. Quick overview and see what Dignitas are doing. 3-2 split here. 2 going over towards the side. Looked like we did have 3 T-side of mid, but they've fallen back a little bit here because Henry G's pushed forward. So smart play from Dignitas. No need to concede an early frag just because you feel like taking that pick when you know someone's close. Kevin lying in wait on the inside site. There we go. There's the first kill from Jack. Odds G stepping the rotation in from inside. This is what TCM are so good at. But like I said before, Dignitas are great at selling the fake, and it seems like they're going to actually flank past here. Saying that, Henry G lying in wait, picks up the M4 frag. Wilzu with the headshots. Henry G dropped. They're still trying to chase whoever that was down to pop ladder, but didn't really happen for him. Wilzu and release here. Kevin on the inside though, he's going to take down Critical. Bomb up on release. Can release get over towards that bomb train? Did release just see Kevin? I don't think he did. Kevin, he's been dropped by Wilzu, so he was not going to be able to snipe onto Dan here. But oh, Jack and Huds are. Wilzu and release both being dropped. That's an 8-7 half victory for the CTs of TCM. But you would expect sort of 10-5. Then again, it's only 2 rounds, and if TCM pick up pistols, they could be back into this game. But you're going to see Dignitas now on the CT side, which is, of course, the much stronger of the 2 sides. I was going to take a quick peek at your top scorers there, but it seems like they've been cleared already. Do apologise about that. I would say that probably top scoring server would have to be I was going to say Kevin, but then again Kevin didn't do too much after about the midway point of the first half, so it's probably going to be Henry G, to be quite honest. Here we go, live for your second half. Of course, I am Quad VJ coming to you live from Multiplay's i37 here at Stoney Park. If you are in the area, I implore you to come down and check it out. If not, stick with the video stream. It looks like we got the TF2 is probably just about finished by the sounds of it. But there's going to be more stuff coming up on the main stage. Now, the next game, next CSS game after this is going to be the final, of course, and that will take place. Let me just check the time. In fact, I'll tell you what, I'll check that in a minute or so, because it does look like we got the pistol round for the second half underway, and it seems like TCM are going Z-Connect to Critical with the headshot. Wilzu with the kill onto Henry G. 5-on-3 here. 5-on-4 as Kevin brings the game back within touching distance. Bomb is moving towards the train here now. Should see a plant from Pez any second. Saying that, we've still got somebody on catwalk who's going to be trying to stop that. And Wes has made the rotation now, so good chance of a retake here from Dignitas. 3-on-2. Pez going to open up with the Glock. Does manage to get the kill into Wes. Has to reload though. Still going to be taken down. Released though with the headshot to Pez. The defuse is now going to come in, and that's going to be the pistol round over to Dignitas. That means that Dignitas are going to have the, well, they're going to tie it up, but they're probably going to go 10-8 in the lead, because you would expect Dignitas to pick up 2 eco bashes against TCM's T side. So, game on, I suppose. TCM are going to have to step up to the plate here if they do want a chance of going through to play Reason in the grand final, of course. And you can see, fully bought up CTs. Those Ts do seem to be just on a Glock eco here, so full eco coming in. In fact, no, 1 deagle has been bought. Try and find out who that's on. That's going to be Pez, so we'll stick with Pez here, because Pez is going to be the guy who's going to have to get the entry kill here. 1 deagle wouldn't go amiss for TCM, to be quite honest. Ooh, huge HE coming up. That's going to be Rattlesnake picking up the kill. Pez with a TK into Henry G, and it looks like Wilzu's going to mop him up with the MP5. Callisto there with the Deagle headshot, but too little too late here, to be quite honest. Rattlesnake also dropping Huds G on the entry. It's going to leave Callisto as the last man standing. Moving forward with the Deagle, manages to grab the headshot to Rattlesnake. Nice bit of play, only got 2 HP remaining though. Captures himself an MP5, does have the bomb here. He's on a 3-on-1 though, with only 2 HP, so pretty much harsh language could drop him at this point. Pez saying $0. Oh well, could be worse, mate. Jack just seems quite content to try and save this MP5 here. He's got 39 seconds to do so, so it's doable, but I think Dignitas are probably going to go looking for him about the 20-second mark, to be quite honest. You see that Release is getting impatient now, so yeah, Critical also. They're going to go and try and find him and take that MP5 away, I think. It's a case of Jack having to find a fairly sneaky spot here and just chill out, I think. Saying that, he seems to be going for the plant. An extra $800 would help Pez out, to be quite honest. I don't believe Dignitas will let him get all the way through side, and he is going to get the cheeky plant here. That's why has Release not heard that? Here comes Release. They'll have done the number crunching. They've known he's only got 2 HP headshot anyway, so wouldn't have mattered if he had 100 health. Diffuse coming in. That's going to be a 2-0 scoreline. Still though, a fairly costly round though for Dignitas. I mean, now why is that showing as 0-0? That's not actually. That's 8-8. It's just my bad eyesight. Great. 9-8 scoreline anyway. And this is where really we're going to see Dignitas now. We should pick up this next round, then it should get interesting. That's where we should see TCM with cash to buy. But Pez did TK in the pistol round, so that might mean that they only have 4 weapons for the first gun round, which is far from ideal, to be quite honest. Let's see what we've got going on. Nuke is like the most confusing map to check the overview on because the 2 bomb sites are... maybe not actually, maybe Train is actually kind of difficult, but I do hate actually trying to follow from the overview. Now there we go, 3 on side. It looks like it's going to be a 3-2 split. Wes opens up with the M4, Callisto with the kill into Release. Wes going to reply onto Callisto though. Jack feeling the wrath of the 5.56 rounds to the chest. There's a headshot. Pez with the Deagle kill, so that's Critical being taken out. Kevin here with a captured ARP. He's going to be falling back, I'd imagine, try and save that. Not going to happen for him. Wilzu though with the leaping headshot. That's now the 3-0 scoreline. So Eco Bash out of the way. That gives us an overall scoreline of 10-8, of course. This is where we should see the terrorists of TCM. I was going to say we should see them on the bye, but it's kind of confusing. I guess because of Pez's TK, they need to perhaps save for another round here. 5-man side push. This could be very nasty. Oh, saying that, Henry G does manage to get the kill on the entry. Critical though with the headshot with the ARP just before. Oh, Wes with the double frags. Release with 1 as well. It's going to leave Huds G as last man standing. Doesn't have the bomb either. He's captured himself an ARP though, so could do some real damage here as he picks up the headshot to Release. Nicely done. 2 kills in a row here. Did manage to get 1 with the Glock as well, so that's the Gordon Freeman for George so far. Can he make it a George Foreman? No, he can't. Rattlesnake gets the better than over the USP, and that's now a 4-0 scoreline on the half. 11-8 overall. Dignitas move within 5 rounds of getting another shot at Reason Gaming here in the grand finals. There we go. Weaponry to play with now from TCM, so let's see who's actually going to be ARPing. Kevin. Yep, it is going to be Kevin. I'd be surprised if they are playing with 2 ARPs. Yeah, G switched back to the AK-47 here, so a little bit more aggressive from TCM, and that's perhaps what they've actually lacked here. I mean, they have given Dignitas a lot of respect so far. Oh, Kevin patiently waiting here, T-side of mid. I don't think he's particularly going to get pushed, though. Dignitas know that TCM will be fully bought up. Good smoke on Catwalk. That's going to stop... let's see who it is going to be at the bottom of Catwalk here. It's going to be Wilzu. It's going to stop Wilzu's vision. It's also going to stop Rattlesnake from ARPing it onto the Catwalk. And they got the smoke on the ramp as well now. Henry G and Pez moving in. Wilzu and Critical both being shot in the face. Pez though with the second headshot of his round. And the final kill coming in from Kevin. ARP on ARP. Rattlesnake being taken out. 4-1 now the scoreline. That's going to give us an overall scoreline of 11-9 of course. So TCM back in with a shout here on the T side, but I have to say still Dignitas' game to lose, to be quite honest, because they are on that CT side. Deco round coming in, so just should go 11-10 to be quite honest. As you can see, Dignitas going for the side stack. Kevin on the peak from T-side of mid though gets that first pick. Is he going to be dropped here? Rattlesnake and Release do team up. I don't know if that was the kill on Kevin though. I did see a headshot, but I didn't see who it was on. It was on Pez actually, so nope. Looks like Kevin did manage to get away with that AWP. Jack with the HE kill onto Release. Side should be open here. As you can see, Rattlesnake, and I guess that's going to be Wilzu. Yeah, Rattlesnake and Wilzu did push through T-side of mid. Rattlesnake with that USP kill onto Kevin. That means he's captured himself an AWP here. Quite why he was running with his knife out. He knew Huz G was somewhere around there. Not entirely certain, but a little bit of lapse in concentration there from Mr. Gowan. Wilzu on side, captured himself an AK, so he's got some stopping power here. It means he can hit those one-shot headshots. Henry G waiting on the inside side. We got Huz G just behind, so the bomb is going to go down here, and we got good cover from TCM. It seems like Wes is just going to try and save that AWP for Rattlesnake in the next round. Obviously the smart thing to do, because cash should be an issue here for Dignitas on this next round. We'll stick with Wilzu because that's where the action is going to happen if there is going to be any action. I think it's safe to say this is going to go 11-10, so she'll preemptively put the score up. A little bit presumptuous, I know, but oh well. As you can see, that B site completely under TCM control. Bomb probably about 30 seconds away from blowing up now. Wes does pick up the first, excuse me, as my voice goes, does pick up the first kill of his round onto Henry G, but really he's not going to be able to get the exit kills here because, as you can see, Callisto and Huz G actually falling back through side and into CT spawn. So that is an 11-10 scoreline. Let's check your top scorers from the second half so far. Top scorer in serve, that's going to be Wes, 7-3. Second place is going to be Rattlesnake, 5-3. And third, that honor goes to Release, 5-4. But TCM do have the opportunity here of turning that around. Saying that, they are going up against another gun run from Dignitas, so Dignitas could hold out here. Pez waiting for the side push. Very patient play from TCM so far. That's what I was talking about when it comes to respect. They haven't really used a multitude of flashbangs to just get past one choke point. They've waited for the pick, and probably rightfully so, to be quite honest. I mean, if you play too aggressive against Dignitas, they're just going to HE you, double grenade, and then that's 2 kills before you even know what's happened. Release waiting on the side there over towards T side of mid. Seems like he's probably going to get flashed here. In fact, no, now he avoids it. Good use of the flashbangs. Let's see if he can actually get the rush on to counter flash though. That's going to force Release away, and he's going to be dropped. Nice play there from TCM. That's going to be 2 kills in quick succession. Jack and Henry G picking up kills. Release and Wes not going to be best impressed about that performance. Smoke all over the Z connector. Good flashbangs going in. That should keep Rattlesnake at bay. In fact, Rattlesnake's going through CT spawn here, so he's going the long way around. Probably really needs to find Kevin, to be quite honest, because Kevin is doing quite a bit of damage though with the AWP. Let's find out where Kevin is. In fact, Kevin, there we go, he's on side, so he should be facing. In fact, no, he's not going to face Rattlesnake because Jack's worked his way around the back of them. Let's pick up the 2 final kills, so 4-3 the scoreline. That's a tied game, of course, 11 each, but CT bias is still in favour of Dignitas here, so it would have to be an exceptional performance from TCM to pull out the victory here. Of course, not the first time that we've seen Dignitas play TCM here at the I-Series, but this is really the first time that we've seen TCM put in a performance that is sort of almost on par with the performance that Dignitas have put in so far. It would have helped if they did win the pistols, though. It has to be said, losing both pistols is definitely not really all that great for the cause. Double flash into Z connector, HE into CT spawn from Pez. Didn't really connect with anyone though. Seems like Jack's going to grab the remaining frag onto Wilzu, Rattlesnake, and Release still in play though. Wes also in play. Going to pick up the pistol kill onto Henry G. Now Pez falling back from Z connector does manage to get that headshot into the smoke. Taken down by Rattlesnake though. Bomb's ticking here. All Huz has to do is play for time, and he's got a lot of game sense, so I'd imagine he is going to play for time. Yep, checks the bomb, sees that there's nobody on it. It's going to explode. It's probably going to take out. No. Thought he was going to get away with that, but does manage to lose his AK. But plays very smart. Didn't peek, held his ground, and made sure that bomb did explode. So TCM, for the first time in about 6 rounds, have the lead here. It's now 12-11. So you'd expect them to at least get 5 rounds here because they've already got 4 on the board. So he could be capable of matching the 7 set by Dignitas in the first half. To imagine Odie at this point is getting pretty stressed, to be quite honest. After seeing the 16-4 debacle, that's the way I'm going to refer to it as, on Nuke against Reason. Can't imagine him being particularly too stoked about the way they performed so far against TCM, because most people would have thought that this would be almost a bye here for Dignitas. I think people who think that, though, are kind of semi-retarded, to be quite honest, because TCM are one of the better teams in the UK scene, of course. Not just in the UK scene, in the EU scene. I've put them top 10 on numerous occasions over at cadra.org. TCM again slowing the play right down here. Looks like we've got the 4-man mid stack, so looks like T-side of mid is going to be pushed. It's going to be up to Dan here to stop that. He's got a good flash over towards side. Opens up with the AK, manages to pick up the kill into Henry G, finds cover underneath the train. Pez and Huds, though, get the 2 counter kills. That should open up the outside site here. They've only got to find release, really, but they've not found him. Pez is going to be dropped. There we go, Jack moving in for the frag. Critical onside, manages to pick up the kill into Callisto. Falling back now onto the bomb train. Wilzu with the M4 frag onto Huds G. Kevin, your final man standing here from TCM. Deagle and AWP to work with. He's going to be taken down by Critical, low counter AWP kill. He's taken the role of Mangia Capra since joining the Dignitas squad, of course. And not doing too bad of a job of it, has to be said. Well, 5-4.5, tied game, 12 apiece now. Dignitas should manage to keep momentum here from this point forward. Then again, you've got is that a mixed buy? I see an AK there, yep. In fact, it seems like we've gone for a full buy from TCM, just a little bit late on the buy. As you can see, yeah, mixed buy, we've got a Galil in there, so shouldn't be seeing too many grenades from the TCM boys. In fact, only one on Henry G. In fact, no, he's got 2 flashbangs. It's going to be Huds G. No, in fact, he's got 2 flashbangs as well, so Cash can't be that much of an issue. They managed to full buy for at least 2 people. Just check the deaths. 7, 5, 10, 29 deaths, so they're not doing too bad here. 10th round of his second half, of course. Let's have a quick peek onto the ramp. Nobody there, so probably TCM could actually get access to the inside site here. Let's find out where Rattlesnake is. Yeah, Rattlesnake's actually rotated here, so it's going to be Wilzu all on his own on that inside site. If TCM do push now, they will get in. I think they've just realised that. Wilzu is going to pick up the M4 headshot to Huds G, though. You get the second one? No. Kevin, though, is going to take down Rattlesnake with that AWP and AWP kill, so that's going to remove the distance. And it looks like Pez is going to get the Galil kill as well, so Frank's galore here for TCM. Bomb going down. Kevin with his second AWP kill of the round. That's going to be Wes drop. Let's find out where Critical is. Critical knows that there's 1Z, but I don't think he's going to face you. Not saying that. Good flashbang over the top. Critical is going to pick up a blind kill into Henry G. Nicely done. It's probably going to mean that he doesn't have time to get on the bomb, though. So just saving the AWP here is probably the best that Luke could do. So, yep, you see that we've got Callisto watching on the catwalk. Is Critical actually going to push? That would be a very retarded decision, and it was. Pez gets the better of the AK-47. That's TCM back in the lead, 13-12, and well, TCM only need 3 rounds here to go through to the grand final and play Reason Gaming, of course. Let's take a quick peek at your top scorers for the second half. So far, it's going to be Wes, 9-6. Second place is going to be Callisto, 9-7. And third place, that honour goes to Wilzu by way of kill-to-death ratio on 7-5. Rattlesnake aggressively pushing it over towards Whitehalls. Obviously looking for that cheeky 1D onto Kevin so he could perhaps capture an AWP, but it doesn't seem like Kevin's going to be anywhere near him. As you can see, Dignitas here do seem to have gone for a mixed buy. We've got Critical on the FAMAS, got Wilzu on the M4. Now, does Rattlesnake just have a Deagle? Yep. So cash most definitely an issue here. Dignitas know that they can't afford to concede any more rounds here, really. I mean, realistically, with 5 rounds left, you'd expect TCM to perhaps pick up 2 of those and at least force an overtime. So it's time for Dignitas to find that A game that's deserted them over recent weeks. Saying that, they did play quite well at Tex, it has to be said. Release from Catwalk, picks up the headshot. Pez, the only member of TCM to get a kill in the entry. Kevin a little bit late getting into position there with the AWP. Kevin though with the headshot, it's going to be Critical taken out. We're still in Z connected though, and we've got release on that Catwalk, so Kevin with 2 frags to find here. The bomb is down, he's got 26 seconds to do it, so it is realistic that he could do it, but it's going to be quite the feat, to be quite honest. As you can see, at least he's got probably the drop here. He's going to peek and call Wes in to actually finish him off with the M4, I would imagine. Saying that, Kevin's actually managed to retrieve the bomb. I'm not quite sure how Dignitas let him do that. He's going to get the plant down. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to defend it though. There we go, there's the frag from Wes. A little bit awkward. I think Wes did get tagged there, but no harm, no foul as long as he does get the defuse. 6-5 on the half. It's going to be an overall scoreline of 13 apiece, of course. Dignitas bringing it back to tied game here. As you can see, team effort from Dignitas really. Only Critical, who's actually got a negative KDR at this point, 5 and 8. TCM seem to be pretty much the same actually. I mean, Callisto's the only member with a positive KDR, but that's T side, so you'd expect that. But it's kind of disappointing that Henry G's on 4 and 9, to be quite honest. You'd normally expect a little bit more from one of the UK's best players. Critical with 3 frags in quick succession, just as ripping on him for perhaps not putting in the performance he should have. Managed to pick up the Gordon Freeman. Wes there with the backup as well. He's going to pick up that 4th kill. So just one remaining member here, which is going to be Callisto. I've heard a lot of people accuse Jack of baiting, but I've never seen him bait. He just seems to be the last guy standing because he plays the smartest. 14-13 anyway. Final frag does come in. Dignitas with just 2 rounds to find here to take them through to the grand final to get a second shot at Reason, of course. But they would have to win 2 maps coming from the lower bracket. And I think Dignitas are probably going to have Tuscan eliminated. That's their strongest map. Dignitas' pick to eliminate will be Nuke, I'd imagine. So that leaves just 2 Inferno or Train for the finals. Any 2 of those 3 maps. Or if Reason win the first map, it'll just be 1, of course. Again, patient play here from TCM. They seem to be quite content to sit back and let Dignitas push against them. Kevin with the headshots, the first pick onto Critical. Let's see if they can press the advantage here. They got that 1-man advantage, 5 on 4 now. They still seem to be giving Dignitas a lot of respect. I mean, you'd expect to push towards wherever Kevin got that pick just to try and capitalise on it straight away, but that's not what we've seen from TCM. Then again, they are quite spread across the map looking for the first pick, so getting everybody into one spot where the pick happens is quite hard. You're better off waiting for the second kill and then making a move from there. Rattlesnake waiting patiently with the AWP. He's not going to be finding anybody though because it's going to be an inside rush here by the looks of it. Henry G going catwalk. Can he get it done with the AK-47 here? Remains to be seen. Wes going to find the frag onto Pez. Callisto replying though. Oh, no scope from Kevin. Nicely done. Well, just gets shot in the shoulder. And Wes going to get the headshot though into Hoods. The bomb is ticking here, so TCM could bring this back to 14 apiece. See, we got Kevin watching the ramp. Wes starting to move forward now. Is Kevin going to get this pick? Knows that Wes is there. He's not going to get it. Does manage to survive. No, he doesn't actually. Wes finishing him off with the pistol. And can Wes finish? Who's that going to be at the back of sight? It's going to be Henry G. He can't finish Henry G. That's tied game, 14 apiece. That means that momentum has gone over to TCM here because we probably should see Dig on the eco. Let me just check. In fact, it seems like a very, very light buy. Who's that going to be? Who's just bought an M4? That's going to be Wes, and he seems to be one of the only 2 players here with an assault rifle. Let's find out who the other one is. It's not Critical. It's not Willzu. In fact, Rattlesnake's bought an AWP, so they've got 3 weapons in play and 2 pistols, which is not exactly ideal, but they could still get game point from this because Dignitas are pretty proficient with the Deagles. Henry G with the first kill. Will be leveled back up by Dan. 4 on 3 now as Wes picks up the kill onto Hoods G. This is where it's going to get interesting. Henry G moving forward, picks up the frag. Willzu with a 3 on 2 now. Henry G picking up his 2nd kill of the round. Nice AK headshot, but Willzu still in place. Kevin here in a 2 on 1 now. Bomb is down, so just a case of Dignitas setting up a crossfire on that bomb if they can. So Rattlesnake slowly walking Z connector here. Knows that Kevin's T-side in mid, he must have heard him. I think Kevin probably heard Rattlesnake there, that's why Rattlesnake did fall back, but Willzu gets the better of him. That's game point here for Dig, 15-14. I think TCM have got to be fairly upset, to be quite honest, because they should have had the momentum. I mean, they had only had a light buy to face, so it could have been the chance to actually get through to a finals, but looks like that's not going to be happening here. Then again, if they win this next round, they will force an OT, so it's not like they're short of cash, as you can see. Saying that, actually, who's that on point? Is that going to be Kevin? Yeah, Kevin's had to buy an AK instead of the AWP, so looks like Henry's just got the AK and Glock combo. Who's that with the Deagle? Let's try and find out. That's going to be Pez with Deagle. So Pez has pretty much struggled for cash since the start of the game after picking up that TK. Not really got back on track. That could prove to be a costly mistake, to be quite honest. Anyway, Henry G with the frag. That's going to be Critical taken out. He's getting back towards the bomb train here. Seems like he's going to be trying to pick up the slack on the side that was left by the frag from Critical. But again, TCM slow to capitalise on that pick. I mean, they could have got through onto Dan there and actually flashed the corner and actually maybe got a frag, but not going to be happening. Saying that, Henry G's down to 27 HP, so yeah, probably a good idea they didn't push, because you'd expect 9 times out of 10 that there'd be a grenade come flying around that corner. Here we go, Callisto with the kill onto Wilzu. This could be the sort of round that TCM really do need to take it to overtime. They've only had the better of the kills so far. It is a 3-on-3 though, so... Sorry, I should say 4-on-3 actually. 1-1 advantage here for TCM as Henry G picks up the frag onto Wes. Now it's a 4-on-2. Rattlesnake moving through CT spawn with the Deagle headshot though. Brings it back to touching distance. Kevin going to take down release. It's going to leave Rattlesnake as your last man standing. Just have that AWP to play with. There's the frag onto Kevin. That's going to be the AWP and AWP kill. Does he have time for the defuse here? Henry G's going to start to move forward. Doesn't have time for it. There we go. Tie game, overtime, MR3, 10k start. This is the best possible solution I think that we could have seen, because really TCM, they've been to so many overtimes with Dignitas. Be interesting to see who actually can pick up the first 2 rounds here, because usually whoever picks up the first 2 rounds in OT, they usually win, to be quite honest. So if anybody can chain together 2 rounds here, that does bode well for a victory for either team. Now TCM and Dig, no strangers to playing OT against each other. Dignitas have come out on the winning end of that OT situation every time though, so TCM perhaps here are going to be suffering from a little bit of a lack of confidence. Saying that, Henry G's seemingly overconfident here. He gets 2 flashes off into the inside sight, managed to get down now. Wes with the first kill, going to be levelled up by George here on Pop Dog. Does manage to pick up the AK-47 headshot. Smoke cover on mid, does spot somebody there. Is that going to be release? It would have been released, and he does pick up the M4 frag. Saying that, Kevin and Henry G picking up frags in return, releasing Wilsby both being dropped. Rattlesnake now at the back of Bomb Train here. Does seem like he's going to be the guy who has to stop the plant. And Kevin making his way forward. Oh, tagged him and finished him off with a grenade. First round on the board here for the T side of TCM. Perfect start. That's a 1-0 score in the OT. And if they can win this next round, there's no reason that they can't actually take the OT and actually win here in MR3. And as you can see, AWP being dropped there for, I'd imagine that's for Kevin. Dignitas also on the full buy, because they did start with 10k, so we should expect to see Rattlesnake AWPing it up. Let's just see where he is. Yeah, Z connector here. Also with the first frag, that's going to stop the entry. Doesn't get the second one though. Pez actually chopping down with the AK-47. Firing Kevin though with the big AWP kill. AWP on AWP onto Sam. Sam's not the best impressed about that. Bomb has been planted. This is looking like TCM could take the second round here. And like I said, that would pretty much force Dignitas to light buy for the final round of the OT. And Pez from behind taking in critical HUDs with the headshot onto release. Release did manage to take down Pez just before that, but damage has been done now. And as you can see, that's going to leave Wes as your last man stand now. He could be thinking here, just save that M4, yep. He's going to run away. The calls coming from his team. They know that they can't afford to go down 3-0 in the overtime, because if they do go down 3-0 in the overtime, that means the best that they can do is force a second OT, of course. Odie probably sat behind them cursing right now. I imagine that Walker's quite impressed with TCM's performance though. Bomb explodes. That's now 2-0 in the OT. I think the boys over at TCM got to be brimming with confidence after the start here on the T side. T side being the much tougher side, of course. As you can see, they've got plenty of cash. I imagine they're all on probably around about 16k at this point, so... It's not the same story for Dignitas though, as you see a FAMAS drop at spawn. See exactly what TCM are going to be up to. It seems like 2-2-1 split here. First kill coming in from Kevin. That's going to be Wes drop. 5-on-4 now. Can TCM capitalise and make this a 3-0 score? Again, slowing the play right down after getting the pick, and it seems to be working against Dignitas. Normally, you'd tend to see TCM go like hyper-aggressive with that first pick and just push and kill. Not been happening so far. There's the kill from Henry G. That's Rattlesnake drop, so it's now 5-on-3. And again, TCM again hanging back here. They want to make sure that they get that next kill, which they do. That's going to be critical on side taken down. Release up in heaven here. He's going to be the only guy who could probably stop the bomb plant here. Has now fallen back. TCM very, very cautious. Wilsey with the frag from the FAMAS there. Kevin going to pick off release though. Nice shot into heaven. Let's find out where Wilsey is. Wilsey opens up with the FAMAS, gets the better of George. 3-on-1 now. Only 19 HP from Wilsey. I'll see if we've got any grenades on any of the TCM players. We don't. Jack finishes him off with the AK. Grenades were not needed. That's going to be a 3-0 scoreline on the OT. So TCM here, either Dignitas pull off a sort of 3-0 scoreline, we see a second OT, or we see TCM take home the victory here and go on to play Reason in the grand final, of course. I'd say it would be kind of interesting to see somebody apart from Dignitas and Reason playing the I-Series grand final, but Dignitas are going to have something to say about that, to be quite honest. And then again, I have no preference, to be quite honest, because I'm impartial. I just want to see the best game possible. Now, Rattlesnake pushing out, picks up the AWP kill onto Kevin. Pez replies, though. Not live, so yeah, my commentary's wasted, but oh well. 3-0 scoreline. Anyone just tuning in, let's give it a quick roster rundown. Dignitas with Rattlesnake, Release, Wes, Critical and Wilzu. TCM with Pez, Henry G, Kevin, Huds G and Callisto. Dignitas cannot afford to lose a single round here. They've got to win all 3 rounds of their T side, which is a big ask, to be quite honest. I think TCM probably going to take the victory here, which would be the first time, at least to my memory, that TCM have ever won an overtime against Dignitas. There's the first kill from Kevin. That's going to be AWP on AWP onto Rattlesnake. Rattlesnake's really not had the better of Kevin, and I'm kind of surprised by it, to be quite honest. Rattlesnake has been a little bit flat all weekend. We did see Guardian and the AWP on AWP engagements on Nuke. He tended to get the better of Rattlesnake, although Rattlesnake towards the end did pick up, I think it was 3 picks on Guardian in a row, but I mean, we'd seen Guardian before that just picking Sam off left, right and centre, so not really the Rattlesnake that we are used to seeing. Then again, that's kind of dissing Kevin, I suppose. I don't want to take anything away from Kevin. He is a great player, but Rattlesnake, widely renowned for the longest time as the best AWPer in the world, really not shown that form as of late. Jack with the kill onto Critical, and the second one onto Wes. Let's find out where Wes was. He was coming out down onto the inside site. Wilzu with the bomb and 32 health here. Last man standing. It's looking like pretty much, yep, released it down the back here. He's going to have to go and retrieve that bomb. Kevin knows that Release is around here. I'm not going to find the frag, though. Dignitas almost conceding the same GG already. Release could find both frags here and clutch and keep Dignitas in the game, but there's a big ask with 20 seconds left and the bomb down. And you can see TCM playing very smart, not facing at all. Here we go, Henry and George now starting to push. There's George with the final kill. That's going to be a good game, of course. Final scoreline of 4-1.